Hi guys, here's another page in my December Memories Pocket Page notebook, and today I'm using the latest release from Kelly Stamps. My pockets are getting quite big, and this one on this side had some stamping showing through, so I've just grabbed a couple of pieces of paper that are trimmed to the size of my notebook, and I'm going to work on those today instead. I have printed an Instax photo of one of my very vintage looking photos of our childhood Christmases, and I've just stuck that down on the right hand side, and then I'm using a pencil first and then a pen to just draw out some string light lines across the top of both of my pages. The reason I've done this is because there's a really cute little globe light icon in the No Peeking stamp set from Kelly Stamps, so I am going to use that across these lines to create my own little string of globe lights. Now I'm stamping these with VersaFine ink, and if I've got one hint for you, it's to be careful not to get your fingers all inky, because I do manage to smudge ink all over my page. This, it's slightly harder to see in the video, but I can see it in real life and I am not happy about it. Now I've strung my little globe lights across the top of my page, I'm going to add some titles, and I'm using the same ink, which is where the incident happens. And I'm just going to stack some of these other sentiment stamps across the page. So I'm starting with memories, and I'm going to add this beautiful scripty traditions above that. And then one more to this group of stampings, a fa-la-la-la. And then I felt like it just needed maybe something else on the other page to balance it out a little bit. So I'm going to pick a few of the slightly smaller stamps and add them to the sort of top right corner of my photo on the other side. These ones I'm putting, they sort of relate more closely to the photo, I guess, being Christmas morning and a photo of me and my sister, and it was a super fun time when we were kids. And now to customize my globe lights a little bit. I'm going to use colored pencils, and I'm not doing anything like super fancy with the coloring. I've picked out I think 5 different colors for my globe lights, and each of the colored lights are going to use 2 different colored pencils just to add a tiny bit of interest to them. So I'm just starting by using one shade of pencil at the top and one at the bottom and just coloring those in. Now there you go, I'm wrong, there's 6 colors of lights rather than 5. Now I've colored in a group of 6 lights, I'm going to use that same colored pattern along the rest of the lights just to make it look like a proper string of lights would. This is really the only color that this page is going to have, so I was happy to make them as bright as I possibly could. Even the photo is really quite dull, so it makes these little globe lights stand out a huge amount. And that is my last little light colored in. And I thought what I would do is just to make them stand out even more is I've grabbed my bottle of glossy accents and I'm just going over the top of the coloured part of my globe light. So what this does is it makes that part of the page look glossy. It's really hard to see this on camera, but in real life you can see it really well. So it makes a glossy little sheen over the lights and makes them look like they are quite glassy rather than just coloured pencil on a paper. And now literally all I'm going to add is just a couple of lines of journaling to the bottom of my page. Now the glossy accents does take probably a couple of hours to dry, so I can't stick these in right now, but as soon as they are dry I can pop one side into the pocket and the other onto the page, and that is that page all done. There's a couple more videos on screen if you want to keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!